tiger? Oh, that's kind of scary. Okay.
This in our pants yet?
We are the walking dead. You trying to make pancakes?
I was wrong. You're a survivor.
I know what it takes. I want to marry Maggie.
You know everything's gonna work out, right? Right?
Hi, I'm Brooke.
And I'm Brad.
And together we are We Love Horror, and we're watching The Walking Dead. We just finished the first episode of season 7, and oh boy, I don't even know what to say about it.
Yeah.
So definitely go back and watch our reaction to that one if you're interested. Yeah, I have lost all ability to speak.
Yeah, that was a trauma. That was a very traumatic episode. We went into very much detail in the last reaction, so we won't talk too much about that. But if you're interested in hearing our full reaction to that, just go back and watch that. But yeah, it was definitely traumatic. We have to move forward with no Abraham, but also no Glenn. And yeah.
I was singing Danny Boy to our son, and the line from Glen to Glen, which has nothing to do with Glenn or even the name Glenn. They're talking about Glens like in nature, from Glen to Glen, and I almost cried.
Yeah. I've been reading a lot of y'all's comments too, and several people said that that was the episode they had to take a break from the series, and
I could see why.
Yeah. So, but yeah. Anyway, yeah, and thanks for all your all's comments too. We're still reading through them.
Yeah, I still haven't even finished reading them yet.
At the time of this recording, we're still kind of getting reading them as they come in. But yeah,
I want to answer everybody, and I haven't even been able to finish reading yet. So I'm super excited to see what you guys said, what you thought about the episode, and shame on you for not warning me. No, I'm kidding. If you gave spoilers.
Thankfully for not warning anyone. I'm glad. Everyone's been great. No spoil. Actually, there haven't been any spoilers. Everyone's been great with that. And I appreciate that. We both appreciate that a lot.
I don't want spoilers. I really don't. So I'm glad that you guys haven't given me any. But at the same time, I felt like you knew. You all knew what was coming and no one told me.
All right. The next episode is called The Well. Do you have any thoughts on what the well could mean? It
could mean the well as opposed to the sick, but I don't really know who's sick right now. And then the other thing is there could be a well like a wishing well.
Yeah.
I don't know. But I'm excited that we're going to meet some new people. Well. Well.
Let's get into it and find out.
I'm also afraid because I feel like this could go really well, or it could go really well. Or it could go really horribly. I want to know what Rick's plan is to kill Negan. It's Carol. Okay, I'm glad she's getting help.
We're back at Carol right now.
Don't these look like medieval knights or something?
Oh, okay, that's...
Man, imagine you getting shot in 3 different places.
Oh, but yeah, I know. I mean, she's bad off.
Oh, no.
Oh. Yeah, I was thinking this was a flashback, but no, this is just happening. Okay.
I never get used to how gross it is.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, Carol. Oh no.
Oh no, she's hallucinating. That's not good.
Oh.
Oh yeah, she's...
Oh, I don't think she should go off by herself. Hallucinating, which is... She won't be able to tell if there's danger. Ooh. Oh, that's probably a hallucination.
Yeah. Oh, that's kind of creepy.
Ooh, that's horror movie-ish. It's creepy nowadays how... Ew! Oh, that was disgusting.
That was...
Yeah, that's really interesting. I like that too.
It's a neat transition.
It's kind of creepy to see the city that close, but there's a lot of trees. Okay, good. Carol's in a safe place. She's bandaged up. I think she'll be okay. I just feel like she's been through enough, and I don't want her to, like, go through anything else.
How long have I been asleep?
2 days,
Oh, wow.
Wow.
more or less.
Doctor says you're healing up.
I'm so excited to see a community.
Yeah.
They have animals.
And you packed with the weapons?
Yeah.
They wanted to lock them up.
Oh, look, there's kids, and they're having school or something.
Oh, yeah.
Aww.
What is this place?
You know, the people here, they call this place the kingdom.
Aw, I'm so excited.
Yeah. Carol's seeing kids, and she's like, take me out of here.
Look at the
Get me away from
flowers.
this horrible place with these children.
They were helping you, so I've been helping them.
Aw, it's so hopeful.
Yeah.
Which means it won't last.
Right.
They saw what that man did to you, and they saw what I did to him.
I wonder if Negan has gotten to this group yet.
You found trouble, I found you. That is all he knows.
Yeah.
Oh, who knows?
He's called King Ezekiel.
King?
Yeah. King Ezekiel.
Okay, it's a little weird if he's declared himself king over these people.
That is weird.
Listen to the, like, medieval type of music playing.
Yeah.
What does that mean?
Oh my god, you're kidding. You are kidding me. Wait, he has a tiger? What? Come on. Seriously? Oh, that's kind of scary.
Yeah. It's a tiger. Wow.
Okay, well,
That's a
we're
little
gearing up for something
different,
new here.
right?
This is exciting because
Yes.
it's different and it's weird, and I don't know where it's going to go. So
Yeah,
I
it's
like it.
definitely weird.
And he's got a throne. People are, like, presenting to him.
Eva, enough. The fair maiden has been through a myriad of trials.
Oh, gosh. He's play acting.
Yeah.
Chill it up, S. Chill it up. Jerry, you are a faithful steward, but your words leave me pitch-kettled.
This is the guy that would go to, like, the cosplay events and,
Yeah.
like, he's so excited because he can live it for real.
We shall consider her a friend of the realm. until
Carol is
proven
so
otherwise.
weirded out.
She's doing better. Thanks to you and your people, so
Indeed. It pleases me to see you up and about, Carol. I am King Ezekiel. Welcome to the kingdom.
Is that a real tiger, or did they, like, make it with CGI? Do you know?
Well, it's CGI.
You have been addressed by the king,
That's
yet you remain silent.
Because she wants to laugh.
Tell me, what do you think of the kingdom, Carol?
I think you're amazing.
yeah.
It's amazing. And you're Sheba?
It's Shiva.
I don't know what the hell's going on in the most wonderful way.
As Morgan is aware, I encourage those who find respite here to enjoy the fruits of our grandeur for as long as they like. Drink from the well, replenish the well.
Okay, that's the well.
Yeah. Well, okay.
Of course. All about the well.
Well said,
Well said.
Jerry. Ah, where are my manners?
Did he just snap? or
Please
something?
partake. We have magnificent apple, pomegranates. It's fruit time.
Park some chocolate in front of me and watch it go bye-bye, but pomegranates, it's just not for me.
If you enjoy music, we have a guitarist whose talent brings tears to the eye.
It may be a hairbrush. No one told me I'd be meeting royalty. I should call you Your Majesty.
I feel like she's just playing.
Yeah.
Your Majesty. It's a pleasure.
The pleasure is mine, Carol.
She's humoring him.
Be well.
Like, if this is a good place and this isn't some kind of trick, and it is just sort of all in good fun, then maybe it's sort of the lightheartedness Carol needs to feel better.
it's a lot. He is,
Yeah.
I don't know.
The place is a damn circus. All of it. These people, it's just
pretty
make-believe. It's playtime.
It's playtime.
Yeah.
Carol, these
No,
people
I
have found-
can't. Morgan, I won't. I'll wait. It isn't up to you. I don't give a shit if you think you found the secret to
No, I
life.
don't, and I haven't. And I know what I've started, but I won't let you die out there.
I almost kind of hope that they get together.
Yeah, they could make a good couple.
Ooh, that one looks gross.
Hunting what?
Yeah, that's.
What was once captive to the farm now runs free in the city.
Look at images that will stay in your head. But the pigs were eating the dead bodies, so
Yeah.
I feel like
just
that.
what we needed.
I wouldn't want to eat them because that's gross.
We're hurting them in. Why they need bait?
Because I want their bellies full of rot.
Painted meat, as Bob would say.
At the barbecue.
Diane, retrieve the truck. We'll take our leave.
I've had dreams like that since we've watched this, where like you see walkers coming out of the woods and stuff.
You're up. Use the machete.
No, not the shoulder.
No, and then it's stuck. He can't get it out.
Yeah, I know. It's not a very good strategy.
No one back home needs to know about this.
You mean the pigs? That they're eating the dead?
Yeah, Morgan, you have a good point.
Any of it.
I wouldn't want to eat those pigs.
No.
May we one day cease you all from this curse. Till then, know that we live on in your place. Full, festive, faithful, and free.
Only halfway free.
Dude, get in the car.
Where are they going?
Somewhere else.
And I'm glad that we are seeing how Carol and Morgan are, but at the same time, I'm worried about the others.
How did you come to acquire that skill?
It was a cheesemaker.
A cheesemaker.
Yeah.
I imagine your comrade would be very proud of you this day for saving Ben in a single blow. I believe young Benjamin's path is in need of adjustment. Would you train him as your friend trained you?
Why does he talk like that?
The man I shot to save Carol. The stick couldn't have saved her.
Has it saved you?
Yeah.
Young Benjamin will become an important member of my corps.
I wonder if his name is even really Ezekiel.
Yeah.
I love it. It's Bob Dylan. I mean, the song is a Bob Dylan song.
The saying on her wall says "drink from the well." I didn't hear the rest of it, but it said "well" in it.
Yeah. I love that they're playing Bob Dylan.
Oh yeah, you love Bob Dylan.
Don't think twice, it's alright.
It's honestly really good that they have a choir because if you have time to do things like have a choir, it shows that you're doing well.
Over the head.
Clearly, the answer to having a better community is to have someone who declares themselves king.
You need a king.
There's lunch cobbler.
Look at her.
Cobbler at every meal.
I can't. Oh,
I know she says she wants to leave, but she honestly needs to just stay here and heal. Just start to feel normal again.
Saying you treated me unkind.
She's gearing up to leave, though, because she's taken stuff to, like...
Yeah, live.
Hey, what's the book?
It's philosophy. You know, we should really get back to
Mind
what
if I
we're
borrow
doing.
it? I've just read every book in this place. Twice. Including an air conditioning repair textbook. Please?
That's the book Morgan got from the cheeseman.
Gentlemen.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Talking about
Come
his,
with us.
like, philosophy.
Both
and
of you.
everything. Ooh, I'm nervous.
The swine
That
are
shot made me
slaughtered far from the kingdom.
nervous. Ew.
Pigs.
What we are doing here is a secret I keep from my people.
Gross.
Some see secrets as a privilege of ruling. They are burdens.
Here I was worried we were early.
We will fulfill our obligations on time every time.
Yes, indeed you do. And you will. I count 8, that's good.
They look so gross with their skin stripped.
They were well fed. I made sure of it. We appreciate your hospitality.
Wait, are these like Negan's people?
Help us load them up.
Yeah, they look like saviors.
They're part of another group. They call
I
themselves.
know who they are.
Yeah.
Okay, so they're feeding the pigs that ate the bodies to the... Oh,
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's...
That makes sense why they were doing it.
Ew, do we have to look at the pigs? Come on. It's so gross. But this makes sense now because it's almost like sabotage in a way.
Right.
Hey, asshole, this is nothing. We've been letting you off easy.
Okay, I get it now.
Sure you don't have that backwards, kid? Yeah, I'm sure.
Oh, no.
Ooh.
Oh, gosh.
Lower your weapons. Let him go. It is not what we do.
I love this shit.
Man.
Tell your man to stop. Gavin!
Why?
Oh.
Man said stop. Been good to us. Taking up more than enough of his time.
I had wondered earlier if Negan knew about them. Clearly he does.
Yeah.
But they kind of found their own way of, like, sabotaging a little bit.
Same time next week, Ezekiel. All right? It's a produce week, so produce. It's not one bit less.
That guy kind of reminds me of an old boss I used to have years ago. I hate that guy.
The man you killed to save Carol. He was one of them as well.
He was, yeah. Is that why you wanted me here? Because I could do it again if I had to?
No, Morgan. Quite the opposite, in fact.
The opposite of what?
Whoa, hey. Where are you going?
It's movie night tonight.
Movie night?
Ooh, movie night. They probably just reenact.
Wow, good one, smart guy. All right, well, just be in bed by 10.
Maybe Carol can have another,
Oh, well, it's Sam.
Right, that's what I was thinking.
You seem close. You and the king.
Yeah, he was pretty tight with my dad. My father was a good fighter. Ezekiel sent his detachment out to clear out a building. 8 men didn't make it out. My father was one of them. But Ezekiel is a lot more careful now. It was handwritten about not killing. Is it yours?
It's not, no.
Teaching me Aikido, and if Aikido means not to kill, then that means that
It's not about what I think. They can try and set you in the right direction, but, you know, you gotta find that for yourself. Sometimes we change our minds. I gotta talk to Carol.
I wonder what movies. It's probably like totally random stuff. Like we have this film strip of like how to brush your teeth. Carol. She always runs off and it always makes a problem. Just stay put.
Carol never stays in one place.
No, and it just ends up causing a problem for other people that she keeps running off. Mm-hmm. And I know she would say, well, stop coming after me. But they're not going to stop coming after her.
By all means, fair maiden.
Oh, God.
Have one.
Fair maiden.
I dare say it's my favorite place in the entire kingdom.
He talks goofier than Abraham.
Choosing to leave us so suddenly.
What good am I here?
Jerry, would you excuse us?
He's wearing pajamas with stars on them.
Never bullshit a bullshitter. The sweet and innocent act you've been doing.
Oh, he knows it's an act.
Worked on me. Blend in. Get people to trust you. Acquire what you need from them, and then you're gone. The guns you brought here in your pack, they belong to saviors.
What do you know about the saviors?
More than I care to, unfortunately. But you did more than put up a fight, Carol.
By ending up here? You're a joke. This place is.
I can't believe she told that to him, to his face.
You're selling these people a fairy tale.
Maybe they need the fairy tale.
And ruling over people and having your ass kissed by everyone's just a perk.
May I? People want someone to follow.
He has a point. That is true.
Yeah.
They feel safe.
It's human nature.
Like why they follow
They
Rick.
want
They feel
someone to
safe.
make them feel safe.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's
People
very
who feel safe are less dangerous. They see a dude with a tiger, shoot. They make the guy larger than life. A hero. Next thing you know, they treat me like royalty.
That's interesting to hear him just talk like a person.
Yeah.
They needed someone to follow. I acted the part. I faked it till I made it.
He's not really doing anything different than what Rick did.
Right.
Just a different method.
He was a zookeeper.
Aw.
Shiva, she fell into one of the concrete moats in her exhibit. Her leg was ripped open. She was gonna bleed out. The sound she made. She was in so much pain. I got my shirt up around her leg. Saved her life. After that, she never showed so much as a tooth in my direction. She's as much as 10 people. She could yank the chain out of my hand. Hell, she could yank my arm right off. She won't. When it all started to end, I found myself back at the zoo. Shiva was one of the last animals left. She was the last thing left in this world that I loved.
You kind of don't think about the zoos.
She protected me.
I just assumed all the animals got out and ate each other.
Yeah.
I used to act in community theater.
Oh, okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
Played a few kings in my day. My name really is Ezekiel, though.
Oh, okay, I wondered about that.
Yeah.
That's 100% real. Cards on the table.
I'm glad he opened up to her. I think she like needed to.
I'd
hear.
appreciate you keep this
Why?
between us, though. For them. And yeah, a little bit for me.
He likes playing the part.
You do what you want.
You do you.
Yeah.
I just want to go.
Carol, come on.
I thought they were having a connection. They were having a moment.
I'm sorry
For what?
for whatever bad you've been through. It's not all bad. It can't be. It isn't. Where there's life, there's hope. I hope that's not what you're walking away from.
I think it is.
What if I am?
Maybe you don't have to. I made my own world here. Yeah, I sound like a crazy person. I get it. You know, maybe I am. But I think I can help.
I really want Carol to stay and just
Yeah.
live like a nice life.
Find somebody I trust to meet you at the gates. You can go and not go. What do you say?
Carol's gonna cry. Look at her eyes.
Yeah. She's touched.
Yeah. It's weird to see cemeteries because they're all overgrown and nobody really has
Takes care of
funerals
them.
and buries dead people anymore.
Should have always been up to you. Whoa.
Look how close the graves are to that house.
I know, that's kind of a weird
Imagine
place
if
to
you lived
live.
there. And your children are just playing among the tombstones.
Yeah.
I'm always nervous about the horses because horses don't do well on this show.
It's good we're here. 10 more minutes and I might start to regret all the times I tried to shoot and stab you.
I think you're my favorite person I ever knocked out. Definitely top 2 or 3.
I hope she comes back.
Yeah.
She's right that that kingdom is an escape from reality, but it's not a bad thing. I mean, when everything's really bad, you need an escape from reality.
Yeah, I agree. I think you need that that escape, especially now.
Did she clear that house before? Because if she's just gonna go in and
Oh, remember
Yeah.
that's the one. Okay, that's the house with the old lady
Yeah.
that she.
something bad's gonna happen. Something bad always happens.
No, that's the tiger.
Oh gosh, it scared me. Okay, because I thought it was a walker at first.
You really gotta try one of these.
I have a question for you.
Okay, what's that?
Would you eat the pigs? Why or why not?
If I'm hungry enough, I might eat the pigs, but kind of like I said in the show, as Bob would say, tainted meat. So I don't know about that. I mean, apparently they've been, I don't know how long, did they say, was this the first time they've given them the pigs? I think they've been doing it. So apparently they've been okay so far, the saviors that we know of, maybe not.
That's why the saviors are so crazy, because they're eating tainted meat.
Yeah, maybe they're getting some sort of like tainted meat disease or something.
Yeah.
It's messing with their minds. But yeah, how did you feel about that whole like being a vegetarian? How did you feel about all that?
I was pretty grossed out.
Yeah.
In fact, that's a big thing with meat in general, is like you don't really know where it came from and I don't know. It just grossed me out.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely wouldn't want to eat it. Obviously, if you're starving, you probably would eat anything. But that was really gross. I wouldn't want to eat that. When we were talking before about the hallucinations that Carol was having,
Yeah.
and the special effects, that was actually really cool. I bet the special effects department was proud of themselves for doing that whole sequence
Yeah.
where she would see someone killed and then they were brought back to like their human self.
Right. I love that transition. I thought that was really cool. I wish they would do that. I don't know. I just like that because it kind of gives you that chance to see the person they were before, and
Yeah, it
then
humanizes them.
humanizes them a little bit instead of just seeing these monsters, that you have to kill. So yeah, I like that. I thought that was a really neat transition.
Yeah, that was really neat. I was grossed out though when they killed the one, but he went like this way down his face, so you just saw like the shape of his head, but it was
Yeah.
like red because it was the inside. That was somewhere.
Yeah, we hadn't seen anything like that before, and I thought it was spooky too when we saw the woman in the house that Carol's now living in, so by the cemetery.
That was creepy. So Ezekiel showed up at her house.
Yeah.
So do you think a friendship will come out of this, or maybe even something more?
I don't know.
I think Carol needs friends, and I think that she needs to feel like the world is safe, because it's not safe. But we talked about this in the show. You know, why do people watch TV or read books or listen to music? Because they need an escape from reality. It's normal to need an escape from reality. We all do. So I think that Carol, you know, she needs that right now. So even if she doesn't want to live there, maybe Ezekiel's goofy cosplay kind of world really could help her just kind of feel more human again and feel better.
Yeah. How did you feel about the whole king, the tiger, all those things? Did you think it was a little bit too out there for The Walking Dead, or did you think it kind of made sense that people might do this?
I don't think it's too out there for The Walking Dead. I think it's out there for anyone, for life.
Right.
But I think it's not out there for The Walking Dead, because they're going to come across these different communities, and they're all going to be different, and you need them to be different, or it would be boring. So this one is weird. But it's interesting, and it's something different. I don't want every community to feel the same. Otherwise, what are we even watching, you know? So, and I love that he opened up to her about, like, you know, his real story, and he talked in his real voice, not his, you know, medieval sounding flowery language, and told her about how he found the tiger and what he used to do and why people need him to be the way he is. And I think that was really good to open up to her, because Carol is not, she's not the kind of person that you can tell the flowery story to and expect her to buy into it. She does need to hear just the straight up, look, people need this. This is what I'm doing. And really, if you think about it, he's not doing anything different than what Rick does. Yeah. Rick is trying to be the persona that people need. Mm-hmm. And that's what Ezekiel's doing.
Right. Yeah, I agree. And I feel like a lot of people have been trying to help. I mean, we have Ezekiel helping Carol, and then of course Morgan brought her to this community, and she's always pushing everyone away. And
she is. And it could be part of her background with being abused, that she has trouble letting people in and trusting people. Like that could play heavily into this.
Yeah. So. And Morgan seems quite at home here. I mean, he was training that one young, I guess I don't know if, that teenage boy. I think he's a teenager. He was training him with the staff, and they were connecting.
There could be something coming out of that.
And they were, you know, he's just been. He seems to already settle in. So.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, but Morgan gets along with people a little bit easier than Carol does.
He adapts easy.
Yeah. If you had to rate this episode on a scale of 1 to 2, what would you? No, I'm just kidding. 2. I'm kidding. What would you give it on a regular scale?
I'll give it like a 6.5, 7. Maybe a 7. The reason I would give it a 7, it was, well, I'll get you 7. I think it's good, and I did like that it kind of gave you a little bit of a relief from the last episode. These were like 2 totally different episodes. Like they looked like, we said in the reaction, they were almost like, it was almost like 2 different like completely different shows, and just in the tone and the feel. Now there were some tense moments. There definitely were some moments, like, you know, when she was hallucinating and when the savior showed up. Mm-hmm. Don't like that one savior with long hair. No. I don't know. He seemed kind of like a jerk, punching that guy over and over. But yeah, I mean I like Shiva. I like I'll give it a 7. Okay. You know, maybe even a 7.5. I don't know. I like this episode actually. I'll give it a 7.5. I changed my mind more the more I thought about it. What would you rate this episode?
I'm gonna go with a 7 as well. So okay. I think it was a good episode, like a good standalone episode. It was good. The last episode and the episode before, they were so, I mean, the end of season 6, beginning of 7, were so tense and so heavy that it was like a very different episode, but we kind of needed that.
Yeah.
On the other hand, I don't want to rate it too high, because I did feel like, but we don't know what's going on with the other group right now. So that was hard. I want to know what's going on with them. I want to see how they are. I want to be with them through their trials and agony. So I didn't like that we left them. So that's why I'm not rating this episode higher, because we didn't get to see any of them. But I think that we I think the show needed this episode as a little bit of a reprieve before we go back to the heaviness.
Right. And I will say what I wish would have happened, I think, in this episode is that we did see a little bit of what happened with Rick. I think we needed a little bit of that. So I'm a little disappointed. I'm glad that we had a reprieve, I guess, and maybe we needed a episode without them for a while, or just for a minute. But I think it would have been better if we could have blended both of these stories, and maybe we went to Carol and then maybe we went to Rick or Maggie and make sure Maggie made it where she needed to go.
I think it would have been hard for them to do that because the episode, it's like when you said that it was almost like two different shows, going back and forth would have been really weird because it would have felt like you were watching clips of two different shows.
Yeah.
Going back and forth would be very, you'd have this really heavy, and then off to see the king, and then super heavy, and then now look at the tiger, and it would feel very
You're right.
It wouldn't feel cohesive, so I don't know if they could have done that, but it could have been nice to be able to see the other group too.
It would have been nice, but now that you've mentioned that, you're absolutely correct. They should not have meshed those two. It would have been weird. I don't
know. I could be wrong. It'd be interesting to see them mesh them and see if it worked.
I mean, maybe they could have, like, the intro could have showed Rick's group, and then you cut to all Carol, and then you don't have to, and then instead of going back and forth, you just see a little bit, and then
or they could have ended the show this way, but then like the very last scene, the way they ended the show, keep that, but then they had like another scene at the end, and the very last scene was like, Rick saying, here's our new plan for what we're going to do about Negan or something. So then you're kind of left going, oh, okay, we saw Rick for a minute and there's a plan. Now I'm excited to see what happens next time or something.
Yeah, I agree. I think that they could have done that, but I'm okay with what they did. I think this is fine.
Yeah.
So.
Well, I'm excited for the next one. I don't know if we'll be back at the Kingdom or if we'll be back in Alexandria with Rick's group. But if we're back with Rick's group, I'm excited to see. Hopefully, Rick has pulled himself together a little bit and he's devising a plan on how he's going to kill Negan, because that has to happen, right? So, but I don't know, like, if he's going to be there yet, or if he's still going to be that broken Rick that we saw, and he's going to need more time to kind of get back to his old self.
Yeah.
Because everything he just went through, I don't know that he can immediately bounce back and say, okay, guys, I'm strong again. Here's the plan. He might take a while to get out of that broken state. So I don't know.
Yeah, we will have to get back to Rick's group soon and just find out what's happening with everybody right now. So
yeah, and I almost don't want to see them because I'm so sad for Maggie.
Yeah.
So, but with this group, with Carol and Morgan and the Kingdom people, I'm wondering if they will end up kind of merging groups. Maybe the Alexandria people will come there, or they'll somehow, at least, even if they don't live together, they'll kind of be, allies, and maybe they'll work to like kill Negan together or something. I don't know. That'll be interesting to see. You guys tell us what you thought. If you liked it, then give us a like. And if you didn't like it, then don't do anything. Anyway, if you want to follow us on our Walking Dead journey, hit subscribe so we can be in your inbox. Have a good night.
All right, we'll see you on the